ask for nothing in return. Maybe that's why me got a little cheated. Me got a little used, but it's true. What's made is spell for the trappings of love. What's made is spell for the trappings of love. No man is an island, and no heart is pure stone. There's a river 10 miles wide between lonely and alone. All of fall under a spell. It could be heaven or it could be hell, but it's known what's made is spell for the trappings of love. What's made is spell for the trappings of love. The wise man has fell for the trappings of love, and the rich man has given all he had wasn't enough. Biggest man is small to the size of the power of love, how it hypnotizes you. Wise man is spell for the trappings of love. Yes, it did now. A wise man is spell for the trappings of love. And the wise man is spell for the trappings of love.
It's not quite a religious experience, but it's damn close.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Hello.
The wheel is turning, but the hamster's dead.
Seriously? You guys gotta come up with a better name. Whatever. I'm not even getting paid for this show.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
On Indie Country Radio.
Roll on down the highway.
We roll down the highway
On the drinking
side of country.
like some old outlaws on the run.
truck. I said, my heart don't belong to me. I left it back in Tennessee. She said,
Your heart ain't the part that I want.
we roll down the highway,
Trying not to have too much fun. On the drinking side country. Like some old outlaws on the run.
we roll down the highway,
Trying not to have too much fun. On the drinking side country. Like some old outlaws on the run.
we roll down the highway,
On the drinking
side country.
country. Like some old outlaws on the run.
We roll down the highway,
Trying not to have too much fun. On the drinking side country. Like some old outlaws on the run. Country.
Man, we just got on the air and somebody's already called the cops. You know it's going to be a good show today. Welcome to a 2 for Tuesday edition of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly. We are Indie Country Radio. New country's best is what we play, and we do it along with our syndicated station, K-Dub Hit Country, as well. The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, they play all the good stuff, and we stream them live 24/7 right over there on our website, indiecountryradio.net. We kicked the show off with Mr. Ducky Medlock. Drink Inside was the title of that song. Before that, Wise Man. And you can find Ducky at Ducky_Medlock. That is MEDLOCK on that big Twitter machine. And tell him you heard him right here on Indie Country Radio. He is opening right now for Mr. Bucky Covington. Good stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, on Kevin's show tonight, we got some good stuff as well. He's going to be live in studio with a great group called 2 Story Road. Brandon and Jamail Fraley from 2 Story Road going to be live with Mr. Kevin Williams tonight, 8 o'clock Central Time on Indie Country Radio and K-Dub Hit Country. And man, what a show he put on last night. 2,000 comments in the chat room. Can I even get half of that today? Well, we'll see, because we're going to have a good interview today with Mr. Steve Hickman as well, coming up here in about 25 minutes or so. So we're going to have a good time as well. Mr. Casey Edgar is up next. This is called Double Wide Love on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio and K-Dub Hit Country. Casey Edgar Music on Facebook and Twitter.
Johnny came running because he had to run from something. 18 years old, he was fresh, things were bold and new. Johnny fell in love with a girl from the city. She was 22 and damn, she was pretty. Now they're sitting at the Greyhound station with the big town blues. Johnny said, baby, I'm taking you to the outskirts. That's where I'm from and that's where I want to be. She looked at him with a smile, said this bee ain't been out of the hive in a while. The city ain't nothing but trouble with a capital T. Let's go to the country. Let's go to the woods. We'll let rivers dance our name, and we won't feel so misunderstood. Let's go to the country. Let's go to the woods. No phone reception, let's rise above the street. Meet baby and double wide love. Well, they picked him a spot out on Daddy's mineral land. Bought a hand-me-down trailer from the clerk at the general store. They fixed it up real nice, hung some family photos and Christmas lights, and you can stare straight into heaven through the hole in the door. Let's go to the country. Let's go to a spot like this. Everybody needs to find a home. It ain't easy in this big old world. It can turn a man's heart to stone. Let's go to the country. Let's go to the woods. We'll let rivers dance our name, and we won't feel so misunderstood. Let's go to the country. Let's go to the woods. No phone reception, let's rise above. Just me and you, baby, and double wide. No phone reception, let's rise above. You and me, baby, and double wide love.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Na 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 na. Mountain top, valley low. Days and nights are long, and I work my fingers to the bone. And I found you out there on the edge. Some sweet thing you said, but I had you all wrong. I just heard it's in heaven on earth, and I've been digging like a coal miner. Sure feels like I've been cursed, 'cause I spent years trying to find her. I'm digging ditches and gaps and holes, keeps coming up fool's gold. Neon lights, taxi ride. It's hard to tell what you truly see behind those whiskey eyes. And you wake up rising with the sun, already on the run. I didn't mean to waste your time, no. I just heard it's in heaven on earth, and I've been digging like a coal miner. Sure feels like I've been cursed, 'cause I spent years trying to find her. I'm digging ditches and gaps and holes, keeps coming up fool's gold. And I'll spend the rest of these days tearing through this place. Yeah, I just heard it's some heaven on earth. I've been digging like a coal miner. Sure feels like I've been cursed, 'cause I spent years trying to find her. I'm digging ditches and gaps and holes, keeps coming up fool's gold. Na, na, na.
There you go. His name is Casey Edgar. That is Edgar. Casey Edgar Music on the big Twitter machine, and I'm sure you can find him there on Facebook as well. Give him a like and a follow. That is called Fool's Gold right here on Indie Country Radio and KW Hit Country as well. Well, I'll tell you what, it is 2 for Tuesday. That means we do back-to-back plays of your favorite country music artists all show long. Brenda did it this morning on the Rise and Shine show, and I'm going to do it right now on today's Country with Tim Kelly. Will Kevin do it tonight? Well, we'll see. You guys get him to play double shots all show long. He'll be on the air 8 o'clock Central Time right here on Indie Country Radio and KW Hit Country as well. Well, let's tell the clean joke of the day. Then later on this afternoon, I'll post it on the website, and you can share it with everybody. Where in the world can you go to a concert for only 45 cents? I know a place. You can go see 50 Cent featuring Nickelback. There you go. It only costs 45 cents. Man, that's a cheap deal. Probably not worth a whole lot much more than that. Well, I'm just kidding. Our good friend Mr. Clyde Hill, formerly of Nickelback, he used to manage them, now manages me and May from Vancouver, British Columbia, and I love giving that man a hard time. Let's play some Lacey Caroline now. Her new single is called One of the Guys on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio and K-Dub Hit Country on a 2 for Tuesday.
I've never been good at being a lady. Don't blame it on my mama, cause I know she tried. Dresses and pearls, yeah, she thought they would change me. My t-shirt and jeans always fit me just fine. She could never see why I'd rather be hanging out laid back, wearing an old ball cap, and not giving a damn if my hair looks right. Getting dirt on my hands, shooting old beer cans out in the woods in the middle of the night. Don't get me wrong, I clean up just fine. I'd rather spend my time being one of the guys. I can spend my time brushing on my makeup like something on the cover of a magazine, stealing hearts and finding ways to break them, cause what you're getting ain't what you think. That's all good and fine, but I'd rather spend my time hanging out laid back, wearing an old ball cap, and not giving a damn if my hair looks right. Getting dirt on my hands, shooting old beer cans out in the woods in the middle of the night. Don't get me wrong, I clean up just fine. I'd rather spend my time being one of the guys. I don't wanna be anything other than me. Hanging out laid back, snapback, Braves cap, getting dirt on my hands, not giving a damn. Hanging out laid back, wearing an old ball cap, and not giving a damn if my hair looks right. Getting dirt on my hands, shooting old beer cans out in the woods in the middle of the night. Don't get me wrong, I clean up just fine. I'd rather spend my time being one of the guys. One of the guys. One of the guys.
New music, always first on today's best country.
Lisa Binder, U-Haul.
We'll pack it up in a U-Haul. Baby, where you're going doesn't matter at all. I've had
That's always a thrill when you hear a new single for the first time.
every trip to the truck gets you closer to God.
Sherry Rowe, Moonshine.
Moonshine, blanket of stars in our own spotlight.
You guys play all the new stuff first.
The Tony Corrales Band, Country Looks Good on You.
Scoot right on over. Next to me, it's looking like a back road tailgate shade tree. This is something I can really get used to, cause country sure looks good on.
When you're on today's best country, you're getting the newest music first.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I don't pick fights with girls like you. Not worth my time, and I've got nothing to prove. I'll be polite, but you can't get a clue that he wants nothing to do with a girl like you. Taking what you want for the thrill or the fun. Well, enough is enough. You didn't want him, so you threw him away. And now you're acting like you made a mistake. Well, some things ain't that easy to change. You better learn to live with the decisions you make. you passed it up then. Broke his heart and left him lying for dead. So stop calling, asking if he's alone in bed. Maybe start acting with some respect. What was trash to you is now treasure to me. It's best if you just leave. You didn't want him, so you threw him away. And now you're acting like you made a mistake. Well, some things ain't that easy to change. You better learn to live with the decisions you made. And now you're crying 'cause you found someone new. Time to face that unfortunate truth that he don't want a girl like you. Told you once, he told you twice. Keep your hands to yourself and we'll be just fine. Hot as fire, turn cold as ice. Do yourself a favor, take my advice. You didn't want him, so you threw him away. Stop acting like you made a mistake. 'Cause people like you don't change. So find another heart to break. And now you're crying 'cause you found someone new. Time to face that unfortunate truth that he don't want a girl like what you do. Comes back 10 times. He don't want a girl like you.
Her name is Lacey Caroline. That is Lacey. That's where you can find her on Facebook and Twitter. Lacey Caroline, Girl Like You. And before that, One of the Guys. Good stuff right here on Indie Country Radio. Is everybody having a good time so far? Give me a yeehaw in the chat room if you are. If you're not, you don't have the music turned up loud enough. Let's do that right now. Go to Spreaker.com, search Indie Country Radio. You will see Today's Country with Tim Kelly. Steve Hickman interview coming up shortly. We are live on the air right now. But first, how about a gentleman from Nashville, Tennessee that makes great ballads? His name is Reggie Shaw, and She Don't Love Me Anymore. On Today's Country from Indie Country Radio and K-Dub Hit Country right here on Spreaker.com.
Well, I tried to make her love me, but it just pushed her away. Oh, she said she needed time to think. So I've been counting the days, hoping she'd come back around, find again what we'd lost. Yeah, the price of losing's high, and I'm paying the cost. She don't love me anymore. I can hear it in her voice. Time makes it louder, it seems. In the silence between her and me. Oh, and I wish I could move on and find a way to close that door. She don't love me anymore. Yeah, I can see it so clear now. The day we said goodbye, that distant look in her eyes, that desperate hope in mine. Oh, and as I drove away with the pieces of our lives, I wonder what I could have done to make her change her mind. She don't love me anymore. I can hear it in her voice. Time makes it louder, it seems. In the silence between her and me. Oh, and I I could move on and find a way to close that door. She don't love me anymore. Time is a healer, that's what they say. It's gonna get easier each and every day. But I'm still waiting on that, 'cause I know she ain't coming back. She don't love me anymore. I can hear it in her voice. Time makes it louder, it seems, in the silence between her and me. Oh, and I wish I could move on and find a way to close that door. She don't love me anymore.
Things getting stale on the job? Like that bag of chips in your desk drawer?
Oh, God, this is terrible. Tastes like cardboard.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
On Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
If these walls could talk, I know what they'd say. Man, you must be crazy for letting her leave that way. You should pick up the phone, beg her to turn back. Can't you see that she's the best thing that you've ever had? Don't be a fool, throw out your pride. Tell her that you love her for the rest of your life, and that you didn't mean for things to go this far. Tell her that you need her and how lucky you are, 'cause a love like that you don't find every day. If these walls could talk, well, that's what they say. You should take a look around at the memories you've made. Now, was it all for nothing? Was it all done in vain? Oh, you can turn out the lights, you can try to hide the pictures. Oh, but tomorrow's gonna come, and believe me, man, you're gonna miss her. Don't be a fool, throw out your pride. Tell her that you love her for the rest of your life, and that you didn't mean for things to go this far. Tell her that you need her and how lucky you are, 'cause a love like that you don't find every Tell her that you love her for the rest of your life. That you didn't mean for things to go this far. Tell her that you need her and how lucky you are. 'Cause a love like that you don't find every day. If these walls could talk, well, that's what they say.
Reggie Shaw, formerly from the state of Nebraska, now living in Nashville, Tennessee, making that great country music, If These Walls Could Talk, and before that, She Don't Love Me Anymore, completing yet another great double play. Well, we've got a gentleman we're going to talk to right now on the radio. His name is Steve Hickman from the Steve Hickman Band, Indianapolis, Indiana. Good morning. How are you?
Doing great, Tim. How are you, buddy?
I'm just fine. Glad to have you tuned in and on the radio today as well. Man, we've been looking forward to this great interview. From the first time I heard you sing, I was telling Brenda, our program director, we got to book this guy on an interview. I want to speak to him as well.
Awesome. I'm glad to be here, brother. Thank you.
You bet, man. We're glad to have you and loving the music, absolutely. So congratulations on what you got going on. We're thrilled to be playing your music. And how did you find us? Was it on Twitter?
Actually, through a common friend, Mr. Rob Charles, and I think Rob found us through Sandra on the Facebook site that I host and that I put my music on.
There you go. Yeah, we love Mr. Rob Charles. He's absolutely a great, great guy. Pretty good DJ, too, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a heck of a personality. I like Rob.
Yep. Does a killer good show on Saturday nights, Kicking Country with Rob Charles. So you guys be sure to tune into that at 8 o'clock Central Time every Saturday. And a big shout out to Sandra Day LaPara. She's in the chat room. She's doing her thing, getting you lots of people in here listening today. The chat room is absolutely blowing up. So good stuff.
Sandra is the next Hazel Smith in my book, man. She's got an ear for music that is second to none in my book.
Well, there you go. We're glad to have her on our team, on your team, and tell us, how did you guys hook up, and where's she from?
Sandra's from Del Rio, Texas, and she's into promotions, and she had been keeping track of my music from my pages as well, and basically was doing the job of a promoter before she was one with me. And she has really helped shape my fan base and helped me to get the word out like no other. So I'm real thankful for her, and I'm thankful for Team Hickman, Pops and Tina and Sharon and Steve. Just a great team of people that have had my back for a long time, as well as Miss Kim Tatum.
Yep.
She's done a hell of a job helping me too.
Absolutely. Well, that's good stuff, man. And we're proud that you're well on your way in the world of country music. And let me ask you this, though. I love your voice, and like I said, the first time I heard it, I was like, man, we got to not only play this music, we got to get an interview. But at what point did you know that country music was what you wanted to do? And at what point did you know you had the voice for it? Because, as a guy, your voice changes, in your teenage years, maybe even into your 20s. At what point did you know I've found my voice and this is what I want to do?
Well, to be completely honest with you, when I was in, probably 6th grade or something, I started really tuning into music and, keying into it to the point where it just enthralled me. So I was listening to people like Hank Jr. and Alan Jackson and Waylon Jennings and all those, Merle Haggard, it's endless, George Jones, Willie Nelson, and those guys with the way that they brought music across in a story form or in a way that you could just feel everything they were telling you, made me really want to play. So Mom took me out, bought me a cheaper Martin guitar, and started picking at that and learning to play with some buddies from church. And from that point, I got into songwriting and started scribbling down songs, and probably threw away more than I kept at that point. But I kept on dreaming about it, you know, and learned how to play good enough that I could write them.
Yeah.
Then there came a time where I just got tired from it and really didn't know which direction to go with anything. I just, you know, I was doing it as a hobby then. And then, you know, I took maybe a 10-year hiatus from music, taking care of my kids, and I became a new father and was trying to invest my time into that and my efforts into that and work. So I came back just about 3 years ago and got to the grindstone. And my first videos are on YouTube, and you can go there and see how rough I was. It was definitely raw. I had some in my book. I had some good possibilities in me, but at the same time, I wasn't near where I'm at now.
Yeah.
But at that time, though, even it coming back kind of rusty, people were showing interest and liking what I was putting out there. So it was kind of the force that drove me forward up to this point. So I feel like I got a long way to go, and I've learned how to do a lot of things with my voice that have helped me get better, and I've learned from a lot of great people, honestly. Without them, I would have never got to where I am. I'm self-taught musician, so I never spent any time going to lessons or learning any music theory. That's just not me.
Man.
To me, country is just simple, and you should feel it. And if you got those two ingredients, that's country music.
Yep, they call
it's simple, you can feel it, and it's real. That's where to me it's at.
They call it 3 chords and the truth for a reason, don't they?
That's right.
Yep.
And that's the part that's been forgotten, you know. We were talking a little earlier, and, you know, pop country has its place for these kids, and they're doing their thing, and that's fine. You know, you got some talent, you got good-looking people, but you don't have the feel.
Yeah.
And if you ain't got the feel that traditional country fans want, well, they're never going to adapt to it, you know.
Absolutely.
And everything changes, or we'd still be playing jailhouse rock every day.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the way time goes by. But we can keep those good roots intact and not ruin country music by just keeping the feeling there and keeping it real. I honestly just don't believe hip-hop belongs in country, but that's for vice versa, the same way. They are their own entity. But today's children, these teens, they like to mix it up. They like to have some new and different beats. So I understand it, but I just feel like if we all of us in this genre, in this demographic that enjoy good classical country music, good outlaw music, we all got to jump on the merry-go-round and get it boosted, because honestly, the music business won't give you any credit these days until you can prove that you have value. If you don't have that value, they're not interested, so you're just going to keep doing the same things over and over again, you know?
You're absolutely right, you know, and it's the same way in radio. When I started doing this 5 years ago, I've gone back. I've still got some of those old shows available to listen to. YouTube saves them forever. You know, you can pass away tomorrow and be heard on YouTube all day long. And, you know, it's a learning process, you know. I was like, man, we got to try this, got to do this better and all that, you know. So I'm self-taught in editing and different programs that I use, and Photoshop. My brother showed me a little bit. I learned the rest, you know, how to make logos and how to build websites for artists and do a lot of different things. We're not just a radio station. We're a full-service, help you indie artist out radio station. So
I know, we sure appreciate it.
You bet. You know, but it's a learning process over time. So, you know, it's neat that you can go back and look at those videos that you were talking about and then see how far you've come, and you're not done yet. You're just getting started.
Oh, yeah, we're just now getting the wheels on the train rolling, that's for sure. And we don't plan on stopping, that's for sure. I'm awful thankful for all the fans that have tuned in and helped me reach new heights, because without them, like I said, you're not really going to go very far. Even if your music is accomplished and beautiful, and you know, without people showing interest, liking these posts, sharing them, getting it out there, that's our only outlet is the fans.
Yeah.
And you know, you gotta love your fans, and you gotta keep them involved. And you know, it's a tough thing. I raise a family and work a full-time job, and have a huge passion for this music. So for me, it's a triple effort, and it's like burning that candle both ends all the time.
Yep, we do the same here in radio, and absolutely we just love doing it, because I believe wholeheartedly in the indie artist, you know. And what's neat about it is we get to have this phone conversation. We're friends on Facebook. We follow each other on social media. And we get to say, hey, man, I did that interview with Steve Hickman. Now look at him go, you know. He's opening for this artist or that artist. And that's what's cool to me, you know. Doing this is about who you meet. And 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to be in Nashville at the Nashville Universal Awards, and we have met already in my second time going. First and second time, we met so many great artists. There's going to be a lot more that we haven't met this year, and that's why we do what we do. It's because of who we get to meet along the way.
Absolutely.
Now, go ahead.
I was just going to say that's another thing with independent artists. You know, we got a lot of artists out there that are great, and you know, there's a lot of competition in this business. A lot of people looking at each other like, oh, man, look at this guy. The most important thing to remember is that, honestly, that next person doesn't have anything to do with you. If you're unique and authentic the way that you should be, those people's success should just be another smile on your face, because it's a victory for the independent. So in honor of that, we started up, Sandra and I started up Rebel Revolver. And we've been taking and putting live feeds on there of the best indie artists that we can find out there, and giving them a shot to meet a new audience and to increase their fanfare, and you know, and to help basically just chain link together this independent thing. And we got to support each other. We need our fans to support us, and we did that just for, you know, out of the goodness of our hearts. We don't charge anything. We don't expect people to pay to see these shows, and we don't pay our artists. Our artists come to us because they want to do this. So, and that's music. That's the way you should feel first, is that I want to cater to the music, and if it takes me somewhere, that is great.
We feel exactly the same way as you do, and man, what a neat thing that we see it all the time, and you're doing it, is artists supporting other artists and helping them get heard and get their music out there. And so what we did is, on our website, indiecountryradio.net, I started this thing called Useful Links. And we've got a lot of great promoters we work with, and a lot of songwriters, too. They don't perform necessarily and sing the music, but they write songs that you guys might be interested in picking up. We got Don Quinn on there, Jamar Leith, he's in our chat room right now, Mary Palermo, lots of good songwriters we've been associated with for a long time. And you guys feed back off of each other. We've had artists pick up your songs. We've had artists work together and do a duet. So if something like that interests you and you want to pick a female that we play to do a duet with, or another male, man, we could hook that up. And so, Sandra, be sure to get with me or Brenda after the show, and we will get you on our Useful Links page, too, because we love hearing stories like that.
That is great, guys. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Yep. Like I said, a chain just can go on and on and on. And to me, you know, there's a lot of strength in that long chain. So we keep each other fed that way.
That's exactly right. Well, she just posted the link in our chat room, so we'll get that on the website this afternoon as well. Let me ask you about a dream gig, though. I ask this to a lot of artists, and I tell you, I'm not going to throw you any curves, but I am going to make you think. What would be your dream gig as far as getting into country music on stage with somebody either living or dead who you would love to either open for or perform with live? Who would a couple of those names be?
Oh, man. Okay, if I could narrow it down to a top three, I'd probably have to say number one, because his first album, second album saved my life, and that's Jamie Johnson. I would love to stand on the same stage as Mr. Jamie Johnson. You know, he took something that he helped carry on what real country music is to me. But there's so many songs that he sang that have changed my life and kept me inspired when I've been down. Also, I'd love to take the stage with Hank Jr. And I'm picking people that are live because, you know, I'm a realist, and if I could tell you one person ever in history, it'd been Waylon Jennings, you know.
Yeah.
But Hank Jr. and Willie Nelson. God, I'd love to sit and jam with Willie, too. So
wouldn't that be cool?
That would be the top of my dream list right there.
Yep. Well, you're absolutely right about Jamie Johnson. In fact, Merle Haggard died the week before Willie Nelson and Merle were supposed to be here in Springfield, Missouri. I'm right in between Branson and Springfield, and they were supposed to be here to perform. Well, Merle passed away. Jamie Johnson took his place with Willie Nelson and sang the Merle songs. And, man, he had a hard time doing it. I heard that was a really emotional concert. He broke down several times. And, you know, that just had to be awesome, though, to be able and be honored to do that for Jamie Johnson to perform Merle Haggard songs.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's an ultimate honor and a respect thing right there.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
you know, Jamie's not the most outspoken fella, but he's a real deal, and he doesn't show off and jump around on stage and stuff. That man's got a heart of gold, and you can hear it coming through his voice for sure.
Yep. Good stuff. Well, I don't know how much you perform in the Indiana area or where you're looking to go, and hopefully you want to go far, because we would like to get you help booked in the middle of the country here in Branson and Springfield. We are currently working on getting some of that stuff done with a couple of venues, but you've got a deal coming up. Coming up on July the 6th, you've got this thing called Radio. Tell us about that and where folks can find a link to that as well and be able to purchase tickets if they're in that area.
Well, I met a man not too long ago named Mr. Wayne Birch. He's a promoter in our town, and he reached out and invited us to do a show on February 2nd at Radio in Fountain Square, Indianapolis. And you know what? It was one of our first bigger concerts. We had a great night. The house was packed. And, you know, it's a great venue. The sound in there is so big. So we had a great time. If you guys want to see some of the videos from that show, they're on my Facebook page for our band. It's the Steve Hickman Band. You should be able to type that in the search bar and bring the page up. And if you scroll down, there's several individual videos of songs that came out a lot better than the full show. The full show had a crackle to it. But at any rate, y'all can check that out there. And we've got another one coming up on July 6th. We're going to go in there and to a honky-tonk hoedown.
All right.
We're going to get in there with Mr. Frank Dean. Mr. Frank Dean's awesome. He's a old honky-tonk jammer, and we're looking forward to playing with him. And hopefully we get another great big crowd out there to join us.
There you go. I was telling you about Lula Bradbury. We call her the station mom here. She lives in Covington, Indiana, and she says Indiana absolutely loves country music. So, you know, you told me that you've been told that you'll never make it in Indiana, you know, you'll never go that far or whatever. But I personally don't believe you have to be in Nashville to make this music, because you can go into a recording studio. Obviously, you've done it because the music we have is great. And I'm going to play a song here in a moment, but you can obviously go into a recording studio that is top-notch anywhere in this country and come out smelling like a rose with your music and the way you sound.
Well, thank you, Tim. You know, we're planning on trying to. I got an album, an EP that I started. It's got 6 songs on it. I thought about turning it loose, and the songs we already have. But I'm thinking we'll get those songs on iTunes and sell them that way, and we'll also we're going to try to add to that EP and finish it up, make it a full album. I'm going to call it Hick Stick Holler, and you know, we're really looking forward to finishing that up. And yeah, I mean, we just need to get the music out there, and I've had a hard time getting everything on full market.
Yep. Well, that's what we're here for. I mean, internet radio is still a baby. It's in its infancy. I've been doing this for 5 years, so I would say I'm well into the teething phase, if I can put it out there, you know, because we've went through the pains of doing this, you know, and you know, the trial and error of everything and trying to figure out how we're going to make this thing work. Well, we're well on our way. We got 2 Nashville Awards last year. You know, we got recognized. Brenda's in the finals this year for Radio Personality of the Year. K-Dub Hit Country, who we're syndicated with now and a part of, they're up for Radio Station of the Year this year. We hope and know that they're probably going to win it, so that's good stuff. But
awesome.
But yeah, it's a process, man. It doesn't happen overnight. So this isn't no get rich quick scheme in the world of music, is it?
No. And that's what you were, you know, as you were saying, you can go in and do this stuff yourself. And really, today's music business has evolved in my book, and Nashville eventually is just going to be another golf ball in the bucket, so to speak, in my book. And I'm not trying to be hateful or narcissistic, but what I'm saying to you is that there's so many other places in this country that still believe in the magical roots of real, true country music.
Yeah.
And Nashville ain't it anymore. That's okay with me because it's an open business these days. You just have to invest in yourself and go to those areas demographically that love what you're doing.
Yep. I have said this before about Nashville. When you go into the town, you see it says Nashville, it says Music City. It does not say Country Music City. You can make country music in Nashville, but you can sure make it in a lot of other places too. Our biggest places we get it from are Texas and Canada, believe it or not.
That's true. That's very true. And I still believe Branson, Missouri knows all about country music too, buddy.
You're absolutely right. The live show capital of the world right here in Branson, Missouri.
Right.
Well, let's let the audience hear what you sound like making your country music, because we love it. It's called Long Shot. Steve Hickman with the Steve Hickman Band. Then I'm going to come back and ask you a couple of more things, and we'll wrap this up here in just a moment on Indie Country Radio and KW Hit Country on 2 for Tuesday.
Underdog at the back of the pack, that's just how I roll. I've been a long shot all my life, yeah, it's all I know. Well, you can't stop my will to win, it's bellowing from my soul. Well, I ain't got nothing left to lose, I'm all in, here I go. Well, you can bet on me, I won't let you down. Yeah, you can take it to the bank, I won't quit till I'm crowned. Yeah, I'm the long shot, and you best not count me out. 'Cause this fire in my belly could burn this whole place down. Lo and behold, I've been down at the bottom, I couldn't see to the top. No, not a soul around to hear me, no one with a rope to drop. I stood there on my feet and screamed, God, why have you left me to die? He said, son, it was you that walked away, I've never left your side. Well, you can bet on me, I won't let you down. Yeah, you can take it to the bank, I won't quit till I'm crowned. Yeah, I'm the long shot, and you best not count me out. 'Cause this fire in my belly is gonna burn this whole place down. Can't put this fire out, it stays hungry. Yeah, it's fueled by the salt of doubt, I gotta say it bluntly. Yeah, I'm the long shot. All right.
Okay.
His name is Steve Hickman with the Steve Hickman Band. Long shot, man. That is dead on. We were talking off the air about everything that you put in a song, the country rock feel and the blues and the jazz, and it's all mixed in there together. You did an awesome job. That is great.
Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it, bud.
You bet.
But that, again, that's how you keep it somewhat fresh, you know, and still keep those values intact, and that's what I'm trying to do.
That is absolutely right. Well, you know, it's called the Steve Hickman Band, too. Let's give those guys a shout-out, some of the members in your band, and who's playing behind you there.
Well, and in actuality, the players on these productions aren't my band from home. These are session players.
Okay.
So very great. James Mitchell, one of the guitarists that played on in Color, is on there. That's my guitarist for those 6 songs.
Well, there you go. You found some good ones.
But at home, we have Gary J., that's my drummer, Cliff Schumacher, which is my bass player, and then I've got Marco Lindsay, who is my ripping guitarist, and then we have Tom Henson Jr. that plays fiddle for us. So we're having fun. We can't wait to see everybody out there. We're hoping to expand past Indiana soon. So
awesome. Well, I love it. And let's give a shout out to where you're stepping in to record this music and get it fully produced. Where's that at?
Absolutely. Can't forget that. Actually, this was produced by a man named Dave Fowler, and Dave is a big-time bass player, and he travels around and plays with some of the big bands out there, Lori Morgan and Boxmaster, and a good friend of mine. He produced this album, and man, I wish I could remember everybody's names that was involved. But just a great group of people, and for my first 2 experiences in Nashville recording, it was unbelievable, and I can't wait to do it again. But if you guys are looking for some top-notch production, look up Dave Fowler on Facebook. That man is unbelievable.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, brother, you better get used to it and write some of these names down, because you're going to be giving some thank you speeches, winning some awards one of these days, I'm telling you.
That's right. I try not to forget nobody. It's been a culmination of a ton of great people that have even kept me going, because I thought about quitting a few times. And if it wasn't for Team Hickman, Sandra, and a lot of other great people in my life that have pushed me to just hang in there, I would have probably hung it up. So.
We've done that a couple of times ourselves. We shut the station down back in last May, a year ago, and then we came back this January, and it's bigger than ever, you know, now. And there's just so much music out there. When we decided we were going to step away and basically retire from radio for about the 2nd or 3rd time for yours truly, the music really never stopped. You know, I kept the email and things like that, and I keep looking at it, and I was like, man, there's still more music coming in. And it just amazes me every day that we do this. I sent Brenda 2 songs this morning before I went on the air from 2 different artists, wanting us to see if it's good enough to be on the radio. You know, and a lot of it isn't. You know, we hear a lot of bad music that we don't put on the radio, you know, or I wouldn't say bad music, but just artists that just aren't ready. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep. And I can admit to you that, you know, at times I still wonder if I'm ready.
Yeah.
But that's natural. The key is to never be satisfied, and take a no is just a little more gas in the tank. Instead of taking it to heart and letting it smash you, you take those little rejections with glee, because you know that, you know, to me, I like having something to look forward to. And if you know that you're not quite there yet, it just gives you more to look forward to, something to work for.
Yep.
So I'm hoping I can hit that next level for me, too. I'm only, in my book, 75% of what I can be.
Absolutely. Well, we have an open door policy here at Indie Country Radio, that is for sure, and we love to get the new music. So you guys be sure to send it to me at indiecountryradio@yahoo.com or Brenda LadyCamprat at AOL.com, and let us listen to what you got going on, because you know, if it needs work, we're going to be honest with you and tell you. You know, people say we have an ear for music too, but you know, with radio, people like to hear good stuff, and man, you sure make this radio station sound good, Steve. Absolutely.
Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
You bet. Now, where can folks go to find you if they want to purchase something? I saw your Facebook page is what I was looking at. I know you have Reverb Nation.
Well, I would like to basically, my merchandise comes from Yankee and the Brit. They have a radio show as well. They do country nights on Saturday nights. It's really fun. Got a great chat room. But they've been friends of mine a long time. I love those guys. They make sweatshirts, hats, about anything you could want on there. You can get on there and select what style of stuff you'd want. And Donna's a great woman. Her name's Donna Bradley and Randy Bradley, and they do a great job, and they'll be right there to help you figure out whatever it is that you want to get. But if you'd like to get a Steve Hickman T-shirt, see what kind of designs and stuff we got available, go on over there and check it out. Yankee and the Brit on Facebook. Hit up Donna Bradley, and she can lead you in the right direction. And we'll put up a link on my page if you guys want to go over to Steve Hickman or check that out. But I appreciate all of you that's been so kind to me and helping me get this music out.
You're absolutely dead on, man, with the music. And I tell you what, when this thing becomes a full album and it's ready, send us the rest of the songs, because I know we're going to play every one of them. We've done even shows in the past called Album Night, because, you know, unlike mainstream radio, they don't do that. They'll, you know, it's all promotion and money and this and that. You know, Luke Bryan puts out a song and they'll play the heck out of that for a while. Then they come up with a new one, and that's what keeps you on the radio, you know, is coming up with new stuff. But you got so much good music. Every one of your songs, I loaded every one of them today and let you pick the ones that we were going to play today, because they're all good and they need to be heard. So, you know, we don't go by those guidelines. We'll play the whole album. So be sure to get the rest of them to us when it's ready. And congratulations on what you got going on so far. It's good stuff.
You bet, Tim. I'll make sure to do that, buddy. Thank you guys so much for being fans and friends.
We are glad to have you on Indie Country Radio and K-Dub Hit Country. That is for sure. Mr. Steve Hickman, the Steve Hickman Band. We're going to go out with Southern Nights, and you have a great day, and thanks for doing this, and let's talk again soon.
All right, Tim. Thank you, brother.
You bet.
City feels just like a jail. I wanna bust out and run like hell, never looking back until I reach those hills. Yeah, the Great Smoky Mountains, the thought of you gives me the chills. I need a tailgate, a jar, the river, and my guitar on a bonfire Saturday night. If I don't take a little time for me to unwind, I'll never get the feeling right. I need a cane pole, fishing hole, catfish on, here we go, you know what I like. I need a laying low, good old down home Southern night. Me and my baby working like some slaves. My kids need fed and my bills need paid, and I'm working overtime, just trying to survive. Yeah, they call it living the dream, even when it costs you your life. Well, I need a tailgate, a jar, the river, and my guitar on a bonfire Saturday night. If I don't take a little time for me to unwind, I'll never get the feeling right. I need a cane pole, fishing hole, catfish on, here we go, you know what I like. I need a laying low, good old down home Southern night. The bit for any chance I can get. I don't give a damn what the boss man says. My truck is all packed, I'll be there in a few. Yeah. Well, I don't drink often, but baby, now when I do, well, I need a tailgate, a jar, the river, and my guitar on a bonfire Saturday night. If I don't take a little time for me to unwind, I'll never get the feeling right.
listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I knew I was a dead man when she walked through the door, looking so damn fine and so free. When she sat right down beside me at the end of the bar, I could hear the devil say, here's a little gift from me. Now this wasn't just the first time that I had fooled around on my one and only darling, but this time was the last time. I knew without a doubt. I begged her, baby, please don't bury me.
I know the devil never made you do it. You son of a gun, I can see right through it. Not even the Lord can forgive the games you play. Your fingers on the trigger, always itching to pull it, but we both know that you're out of bullets. To hell with the devil, you men are all the same.
I always had excuses. We'd go round and round. Do it, can't you see? Sometimes I see her walking all over town. I can hear that voice, she's always haunting me.
I know the devil never made you do it. You son of a gun, I can see right through it. Not even the Lord can forgive the games you play. Your fingers on the trigger, always itching to pull it, but we both know that you're out of bullets. To hell with the devil, you men are all the same. You son of a gun, I can see right through it. Not even the Lord can forgive the games you play. Your fingers on the trigger, always itching to pull it, but we both know that you're out of bullets. To hell with the devil, you men are all the same. You son of a gun, I can see right through it.
Like a shot, I'm out of bullets.
You son of a gun, you son of a gun.
Same. From Vancouver, British Columbia, me and May. You can check out the video To Hell with the Devil on Indie Country Television. Just head over to our website, indiecountryradio.net. Drop down on that More tab to 2 channels of Indie Country Television. Some of the best new country music videos on the planet. You will absolutely love it. And I'll tell you what, I love the interview we did today with Mr. Steve Hickman from the Steve Hickman Band. I want to thank him from Indianapolis, Indiana. You guys go check him out. Like him on Facebook, follow him on Twitter, and tell him you heard that great interview today on Indie Country and KW Hit Country. And man, I'll tell you what, when he gets that album done, you guys better look out. It is going to be a good one. Absolutely. Let's play another one from me and May. This is called My Heart Goes On today's Country from Indie Country Radio, KW Hit Country, right here broadcasting worldwide on Spreaker.com.
You didn't think I had it in me, expecting someone warm and friendly. I know it's cold as the truth unfolds. I'm asking you to believe. You never saw the writing on the wall. You never saw the autumn leaves fall. Weeks went by, where was I? You never even called. Now look who's knocking at my door. That love don't live here anymore. My heart goes song since you've been gone. I don't know what you're looking for, 'cause you don't live here anymore. My heart goes on without you. Nothing I can do. It's true, so real, nothing to feel. My heart goes on without you. Everything is new. There's no room. My heart goes on without you. You abandoned me when I needed you the most. Covered around like some kind of ghost. What was I supposed to do? My heart goes on without you. Nothing I can do. It's true. So real, nothing to feel. My heart goes on without you. Everything is new. There's no room. My heart goes on without you.
This is where country music lives.
Let's start the music.
We're the people's favorite. Show the world you love your country. Delivering a much-needed neck punch to the status quo.
What does that even mean?
That means, in addition to the variety you've come to expect, you'll also hear songs like this.
By the way, hey, by the way, guess who's going out tonight?
And this.
This cowgirl's had all she can take. Well, I won't make the same mistake on another Nashville heartbreak. Heartbreak.
And this.
I'm gonna hold up somewhere, crawl in a fifth with that worn out CD of his greatest hits. It's gonna take whiskey and whittling to get me over her.
Thank you for listening to Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I could break down and cry, laugh it off and deny, draw lines in the sand and count on both ends all the reasons why this just won't work. It'll be nothing but hurt. I can swear that I don't, and maybe one day I won't, but for how hard I've tried, I can't unlove you. My heart can't unbreak. I can't unfeel how it feels, but feel so much myself, my whole body aches. And I can't unknow this. Lord, I wish I knew how. And I can't unlove you. So
My first chance to play that brand new single from Corey Spires. Absolutely love that. She is from a small town in Georgia, McRae, Georgia. She is a finalist in the Nashville Universal Awards for Rising Star, and we know you guys have been voting for Corey Spires as well. We got a lot of artists we play in that category, so somebody that we know is going to win it. That's the way it's going to break down, and we hope to see Corey Spires at the world-famous Wild Horse Saloon 2 weeks from tonight at the Nashville Universal Awards, the 5th annual Nashville Universal Awards. Going to be a fun time. Lots of talk about Corey Spires last night, saying that she was 17 years old. Folks, I believe she's still 16, but that's all right. She's got talent, so it doesn't really matter, but she's well on her way in the world of country music as well. One more from Corey. This is a great tune called Ease My Mind on You. Corey Spires. Spires Corey on that big Twitter machine. And live right now on Indie Country Radio and K-Dub Hit Country on Spreaker.com.
When life's little troubles began to get me down, I won't let temptation turn my world around. I take a very special feeling that God made just for two. Yes, I lay back and think of love and ease my mind on you. Ease my mind. No, that's what you do. Let me see a troubled world from a lover's point of view. And even though I sense life's pain, shield me from its blues. As I lay back and think of love and ease my mind on you. When each day is over and you are by my side, I think of how your tender love keeps me so satisfied. And so I say a little prayer each night and thank God for all you do. Then I lay back and think of love and ease my mind on you. Ease my mind. No, that's what you do. Let me see a troubled world from a lover's point of view. And even though I sense life's pain, shield me from its blues. As I lay back and think of love and ease my mind on you.
Beginning to roll into re-entry attitude. Roger that. Control, stand by to re-enter radio station in 3, 2. Sorry about that. Lost my train of thought. 1.
The featured song of the week is next on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
probably way up on the charts. But I'd like to make just one request. Have mercy on my heart. On this side of the radio, you know, sound is good here on my stereo. You didn't see me breaking down, but every word reminded me of her. Reliving every step she took to go. What it's like, man, you don't know. On the side of the radio, everything was perfect. I'd had a damn good day until I turned you in, man. You took that away. Every single word that I just heard is exactly how I feel. I went from drumming on my dashboard to crying on my steering wheel. On this side of the radio, you know, sound is good here on my stereo. You didn't see me breaking down with every word reminding me of her. Reliving every step she took to go. What it's like, man, you don't know. On the side of the radio, rolling down this long road, I can barely see the white lines from the tears in my on the side of the radio, you know, sound is good here on my stereo. You didn't see me breaking down with every word reminding me of her. Reliving every step she took to go. What it's like, man, you don't know. On the side of the radio, what it's like, I hope you never know. On the side of the radio, of the radio.
His name is Tony Justice. You can find him on that big Twitter machine at the Tony Justice. He has our featured song of the week, This Side of the Radio. We love it when he's on this side of the radio. He is an over-the-road truck driver, and he's going up and down the road. But, you know, it's pretty cool when you can listen to yourself on the radio while you're in that big rig. You can do it in your house, in your car. We are live wherever you are. Hey, that rhymed, didn't it? Right here on Spreaker.com. Just search Indie Country Radio. Sync it with your Bluetooth. Crank up Mr. Tony Justice anytime you wish. This side of the radio can be found on our website all week long, IndieCountryRadio.net. Just hit that Song of the Week tab. You'll get to find out a whole lot more about Tony this week as well. He will be live with yours truly on a Freebie Friday edition of Today's Country with Tim Kelly. We're going to do a live radio interview at 11 o'clock Central Times when I hit the airwaves. Tony will be calling in at about 11:30, so it's going to be a fun way to end this week. Absolutely. Long Stretch of Lonesome, the second song in the double play on a 2 for Tuesday edition of Today's Country with Tim Kelly, Indie Country Radio, and K-Dub Hit Country as well.
Another long kiss goodbye. That highway's calling me tonight. We'll keep those home flames burning bright till I'm back where I belong. There's a long stretch of lonesome coming on. Southwest of San Antonio, all nighter on my radio. Good country music helps me roll with those sad Hank Williams songs. There's a long stretch of lonesome coming on. 7 nights of white lines, jamming gears and road signs till I roll back in your arms again. Coffee stains and truck stops, bears lighting up my bird dogs. This old black ribbon never seems to end. Missing your sweet southern smile with every mile I'm gone. There's a long stretch of lonesome coming up home. No matter where I'm going to, I'm always coming home to you. This pouring rain sure fits my mood, rolling cold from dusk to dawn. There's a long stretch of lonesome coming on. 7 nights of white lines, jamming gears and road signs, till I roll back in your arms again. Coffee stains and truck stops, bears lighting up my bird dogs. This old black ribbon never seems to end. Missing your sweet southern smile with every mile I'm gone. There's a long stretch of lonesome coming on. I feel a long stretch of lonesome coming on. I feel a long stretch of lonesome coming on.
Oh, Eastman, you better back him down, boys. You got one sitting right there in the middle, right there about the 23-yard line. Come on. What's them Will Smith scales doing over here? I know them suckers are always open. For sure, for sure. We gonna blow Hard Rock's head plumb off his head when we go strolling through there, no purgatory.
I feel a long stretch of lonesome coming on.
How about that song from Tony Justice? Absolutely love that. Long stretch of lonesome. Got the CB radio in there and everything. We talked for 30 minutes yesterday on the phone. We'll do it this Friday again in a live radio interview. We cannot wait. And, you know, a little story about Tony Justice. What he told me yesterday is he's coming out with his own energy drink. That's right. Those truckers need to stay awake while they're going up and down the road. Of course, they can't drive over their hours now. Everybody knows that. They've got it all set up now, computer-wise and all, that the truck won't let them. So they got to pull over and get some rest. But he's starting his own energy drink. It's going to be called High Speed Chicken Feed. So you guys be looking for that in about 3 or 4 months. He told me that's going to happen. So that's going to be a cool deal. We are by no means done with the music yet. Let's get some Raspin Stewart loaded up here on Indie Country Radio.
If he don't play that song, I'm gonna spit some jaw in his eye.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Well, I went crazy for your love. Ooh, that Saturday evening. Walking down the street, Lord, what I've been feeling. I've been passing up the bars. I've been howling at the stars. Love, you got me reeling. Now I'm walking, I'm talking, working every day in a daze. Crying, but I'm trying just to get myself to Saturday. I've been passing up the bar. I've been howling at the stars. Now I'm in love. It's got me reeling. Love, you got me reeling. Right from the start, you stole my heart.
feeling. Passing up the bar. Howling at the stars. I'm in love. Got me reeling. Love got me reeling. Love got me reeling.
Only the hottest new country now.
Country music.
All the time. Come on, y'all. Here we go.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly.
On Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
The night is young and hearts still and pray for love when the victim's content, the damage is done. So we lost our minds on simple as Simon says. Lost that found. Take 2 steps back and try again. Take 2 steps back and try again. Oh, but if time is what you need, tomorrow is never promised for anyone you ever see. And love will conquer all, a matter of degree. It's a tangled situation, it's rhythm all right. You got to learn to read between the lines. Take a chance and hold on tight. Was young, old hearts still over years can go by like a child in disguise, and forever young, reflected on the sea, you see a setting sun. Oh, but if time is what you need, tomorrow is never promised for anyone you ever see, and love will conquer all, a matter of degree. It's a tangled situation, it's rhythm all right. You got to learn to read between the lines. Take a chance, hold on tight. Was young for the night. Was young for the night. Was young. Now I say simple Simon says. Simple Simon says. Simple Simon says.
His name is Raspin Stewart. He grew up in Chicago, Illinois, and now lives in Los Angeles, California. That is called The Night Is Young. And before that, a great tune called Reelin', completing yet another double play on this 2 for Tuesday. Well, I'll tell you what, it isn't even nighttime yet, but when it becomes that, you need to tune in to a young gentleman named Kevin Williams tonight on KW Hit Radio, Hit Country, and Indie Country Radio. He will be live at 8 o'clock Central Time, and he's going to be live with the great duo Two Story Road in studio, so don't miss that as well. Great live shows right here on Indie Country Radio. I'll be taking tomorrow off, but I'll be back on Triple Play Thursday with another great radio interview, Mr. Chris Steven as well. Mr. Josh Ward is up next from Montgomery, Texas. He has the latest single right here called Broken Heart. Josh Ward Music on Facebook and Twitter, and absolutely love him from Montgomery, Texas. Check him out.
What's a cowboy supposed to do when a cowboy ain't supposed to cry? There's gotta be a beer somewhere that needs a tear when you just can't keep it all inside. Everywhere I go just ain't my kind of vibe. Folks are having fun, man, it must be nice. Guess I'm the only one with a broken heart. Ain't found another sad soul so far. Everybody must be doing fine, 'cause I'm in a rut, they're stuck in party time. All I wanna do is turn my radio on, reset the clock and hear a sad country song. But I'm just looking for a place to fall apart. Guess I'm the only one with a broken heart. Nothing quite goes with a fool sitting on a stool like burning whiskey over ice. And I wouldn't feel like such a fool if she fooled me once, but man, she fooled me twice. Everywhere I go, just can't seem to find neon lights and smoke. Damn, it don't feel right. Guess I'm the only one with a broken heart. I ain't found another sad soul so far. And everybody must be doing fine, 'cause I'm in a rut, they're stuck in party time. All I wanna do is turn my radio on, reset the clock and hear a sad country song. But I'm just looking for a place to fall apart. Guess I'm the only one with a broken heart. Just can't seem to find a place to fall apart. Guess I'm the only one with a broken heart.
Have you been injured in an accident or assaulted by some very loud music that comes out of your radio? If so, call the...
Skip ad.
More nonstop country. Now.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
That girl burned me about as fast as I'm burning these Winstons. She took my reason for living and then some. Everyone tells me I'm gonna be fine. This heartache will give in if I just give it time. They mean well, but they don't know the hell
It's gonna take whiskey and whittling to get me over her. A double shot of Tennessee courage helps me not to remember that I ain't shaved in 3 days. I ain't been going round no mirrors. I wished I could sing along with I'm over you, but that's a far cry from the truth. To my Kentucky bluebird, does a Birmingham turn around? It's gonna take whiskey and whittling to get me over her, since I'm no stranger to the rain. Guess I'll start with that one first. I'm gonna hold up somewhere, crawl in a fifth, where that worn out CD of his greatest hits. It's gonna take whiskey and whittling to get me over her. It's gonna take whiskey and whittling to get me over her. It's gonna take whiskey and whittling to get me over her.
Well, have you figured out that the best in new country music lives right here on Indie Country Radio? I think you have by now, haven't you? We would like to welcome Jamisa to the chat room as well. I see a new person in there, and we sure want to give them a big shout out on Indie Country Radio and K-Dub Hit Country. And we hope you guys are enjoying the music and the live chat. It interacts with all the folks in here. You know, the DJ hangs out here all the time, of course, because I'm on the air, but the artists do as well from time to time, and that's just a really, really cool thing. We love this next artist. She is from El Dorado Springs, Missouri. Good personal friend of mine. Her name is Camber Kane, and her brand new single, Your Love Is Like a Sunday. The last double play today on Indie Country Radio and K-Dub Hit Country on 2 for Tuesday.
When that morning ray of light comes slipping through my window, I know everything's just right. With your head there on my pillow, it's another don't wanna go anywhere feeling that you're giving to me. Even on a Monday, you make me believe your love is like a Sunday, just like an angel shining down on me. Your love is like a Sunday, sweet as a gospel song, sung so heavenly. Your love, yeah, your love is like a Sunday. Don't worry about tomorrow or the crazy world outside, 'cause every minute you're with me, I know I'm always gonna find that peace inside. Your love is like a Sunday, just like an angel shining down on me. Your love is like a Sunday, sweet as a gospel song,
There's no such thing as enough country.
You know that great song that you just can't get out of your head? We're playing it right now.
Wow, it's like we're right there inside your head. Okay, well, maybe not literally.
Don't touch that dial!
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Red roses in his hands, everything's looking like what I'm looking for. Seems so nice and sweet, the kind that sweeps you off your feet. I've never met him, but I've met him before. But when he dropped me off, he didn't walk me to the door. I've been there, done that, got the shirt, got the hat, this ain't the first rodeo. I've been around a block or two, it's looking like deja vu, and I've already shows. Baby, just save your breath, 'cause that's a love story that I've already read. A new set, another stage, different number on the page. Here he comes riding in on a white horse, getting to the final chapter. Should be happy ever after, but it's looking like every ending before. Might as well close the book and throw it on the floor, 'cause I've been there, done that, got the shirt, got the hat, this ain't the first rodeo. I've been around a block or two, it's looking like deja vu, and I've already seen that show. Baby, just save your breath, 'cause that's a love story that I've already read. So baby, just save your breath, 'cause I've been there, done that, got the shirt, got the hat, this ain't the first rodeo. I've been around a block or two, it's looking like deja vu, and I've already seen that show. Baby, just save your breath, 'cause that's a love story, yeah. Baby, that's a love story that I've already read. I've already read.
Her name is Camber Kane. She is from El Dorado Springs, Missouri, and she is awesome. Check her out, Camber Kane Music, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of good stuff. Love story that I've already read, Your Love is Like a Sunday, completing the last double play on this 2 for Tuesday. And I want to thank Mr. Steve Hickman for a great radio interview today. Now he's popping in live in the chat room, but man, what a great interview. Great guy. You guys check him out as well. The Steve Hickman Band on Facebook, and also follow him on Twitter and buy the music that he has out, and he's making more as we speak. So going to be a good album. Congratulations on what you got going on, brother. And thanks to Sandra De La Parra as well for setting up this great radio interview today and doing all she does for Steve Hickman and the other indie artists out there. It's going to be a good working relationship with her as well. Well, I'm taking tomorrow off, but I will see you again on Triple Play Thursday right here on Indie Country Radio. Don't forget Mr. Kevin Williams tonight. Evenings with Kevin. He will have Two Story Road live in the studio hitting 8 o'clock Central Time. You guys be sure and tune in. Bye-bye now.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. a high school gym floor and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on. Oh, I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock